The movie Alien is a sci-fi horror film that conceals a much larger narrative than the final film portrays. There's a wealth of stories and material hidden within Alien, much more than what is seen in the final 1979 film. The final film is essentially just one version of the Alien movie's subject matter. Another version of the Alien movie is the director's cut released in 2003. The story is the same as before, but with slightly different scenes and shots. Ridley Scott has shot a considerable amount of material for the Alien movie. There have often been at least 2 cameras on set, and multiple takes of scenes have been shot. Additionally, there are many scenes that were filmed but did not make it into the final movie version. There are also scenes that were partially filmed. There are also scenes that were supposed to be filmed but were left unshot, often due to budget constraints. Furthermore, there are plenty of scenes that have changed or been removed as the film's structure evolved during production. This creates a treasure chest for all Alien movie fans, as there is leftover material from the shoots, although this material is relatively rare. It's also interesting to note that several deleted scenes somehow appear in other Alien franchise movies. Both the original 1979 theatrical version and the director's cut version made afterward differ in various scenes. The latter is not the original version with added new previously unseen scenes. It is a completely re-edited Alien movie, roughly the same length as the original theatrical version. So, if you have only seen the director's cut version, it's worth watching the original version as well because it contains scenes that are not in the director's cut version. On the All Sort of Movies channel, you can find several videos about the movie Alien. For example, 2 revisions of the restored edition version. In particular, the second revision Alien videos contain almost all available film footage currently available that was cut from both film versions. Go check them out. In this complete edition Alien video that is being shown now, the video shows all the scenes in their original order. All scenes from the final film, deleted scenes, and concept scenes are included. The video always shows an extended version of scenes from the final film or versions shot from different angles if one is available. Concept scenes and other scenes for which no video material is available are presented with storyboards, production pictures, comic book images, and other media reconstructions. This video content mainly consists of the 1979 and 2003 Alien movies, as well as the final version screenplay from 1978, which was used in the original movie. Additionally, the content of the video has been sourced from the novel of the same name written by Alan Dean Foster in 1979, the Book of Alien by Michael Gross and Paul Scanlon written in 2004, the Fantastic Films magazine from 1979, Ridley Scott's storyboards, Alien, the illustrated story, 1979, and the original screenplay written by Dan O'Bannon in 1976. All this material builds the story of Alien as a whole. In this video, numerous deleted scenes have also been included, which were significant in the production of the film. This video covers the entire backstory and material of the Alien movie, to the extent that information and material have been available. 1. The film begins with an introduction to the Nostromo spacecraft. The intention was to inform the audience about the environment in which the events of the movie take place. Therefore, the beginning was originally intended to be longer than in the movie versions, with the idea of showing the exterior of the spacecraft Nostromo more thoroughly. Additionally, the aim was to display the scale of the ship. In the final movie versions, understandably, this fails because within the dynamics and duration of the film, the Nostromo cannot be showcased for long. Nostromo is a large ship, much larger than the viewer can understand while watching the movie. For many viewers, the structure of the ship may possibly remain somewhat unclear. In reality, the Nostromo is a separate vessel that hauls cargo, like a truck. All scenes shown on the ship take place inside the Nostromo, not within the towed refinery. In the final screenplay, the movie starts in the engine room of a spaceship, unlike the movie. 2. The movie quickly introduces the structure by showing corridors A, B, and C decks. The ship has 3 levels, each serving its own functionality. A deck contains the galley, bridge, infirmary, hypersleep chamber, and mother interface. B deck contains equipment and provides access to the shuttles and the main airlock. C deck is mainly used for equipment storage and contains the landing struts when retracted. It also houses Ash's observation blister, as well as Brett and Parker's engineering station, which includes the auto-destruct console. C deck also allows access to the ship's machinery and structures. Most of the ship's events take place on the A deck. 3. According to Ridley Scott's original idea, when presenting the corridors of the Nostromo's A, B, and C decks, flying small robots were supposed to be introduced, which would move around different corridors and maintain the ship's functions. However, Ridley Scott's idea of these robots, dubbed flying mice, proved to be too expensive to film, and they too closely resembled the corridor drones from the 1977 film Star Wars. Additionally, the production company did not want the movie to appear too much like a typical sci-fi film. As a result, these scenes were never filmed. 4. Toy birds items. Ridley Scott wanted the toy birds appearing on the table in the crew room to tell their own sub-story about the course of the film by appearing in a different part of the film. In the final movie, the toy birds appear on the lounge table, but they don't get much attention. 5. A mysterious signal. A mysterious unknown signal interrupts Nostromo's journey and awakens the crew. 6. The awakening scene. The original intention was to depict the crew naked, each waking up in turn, as presented in the final screenplay. According to the screenplay, the lids of the cryo tubes were also supposed to open at different rates for each person, unlike in the final film. First to wake and rise is Kane, as in the movie, followed by Lambert. Next are Dallas and Ash. Parker and Brett wake up simultaneously, and Ripley wakes up last. Ripley eventually also takes Jones the cat. To avoid restrictions due to nudity, the crew was filmed in underwear, with women wearing a thin white string covering their nipples. In the end, only Kane's awakening made it into the final film, with the others remaining in their cryo tubes. The scene was likely fully filmed, as there are many still images of it, as well as one extremely rare short clip where Lambert sits up. The reason for the exclusion of the entire scene was the depiction of nudity, which was causing restrictions on the film's presentation. 7. The scene of Kane making breakfast. This scene is a continuation of the awakening scene. It is likely that this scene would have been edited to include the other crew members getting out of their cryo tubes. The awakening of different individuals one by one was a cinematic way to introduce each character to the audience individually. The scene also involved brief dialogues as Kane prepares breakfast. In the final screenplay, Lambert joins Kane for breakfast and takes coffee made by him. Ridley Scott originally planned the scene so that Kane observes the other crew members in the hypersleep chamber via a monitor while making breakfast. While doing this, he watches the monitor, hearing the sound of the cryo tubes opening one by one, guessing who's who and who's next. Ridley Scott designed the scene to begin with a shot of Kane's nostril, followed by the cryo tube opening and Kane heading towards the lounge. In the novel, Chambers are filled with a viscous liquid that the crew have to wipe off when they wake. In addition, Nostromo's central computer, Mother, alerts Dallas when she wakes him up already in the cryotube with a flashing light.
Rise and shine, Lambert.
What time is it?
What do you care? Dallas. Ash. Morning, Captain.
Where's the coffee?
Oh, it's brewing. Ripley. Oh, Ripley, don't forget the cat this time. Parker. If we have Parker, can Brett be far behind?
Right.
Thought so.
8. The breakfast scene. In the final film, the introduction of the crew takes place during the meal, although there is no separate introduction. That's because it was meant to be done in the wake-up scene, which was cut out of the movie. The scene highlights the crew's bonus question theme. This theme recurs throughout the film, especially later when the research team investigates LV-426. The bonus question theme is not dealt with in detail in the film, although it has a central weight related to the crew's motivation in several parts of the film. 9. Continuing from the breakfast scene, the Nostromo's artificial intelligence computer, MUTHUR 6000, is also introduced. In the movie, computer is referred to as Mother when Dallas goes to get information about the unknown signal and the interruption of the journey. Ridley Scott originally planned the part where Dallas can't remember his own personal code that he could use to activate his Mother computer. Ash comes to help Dallas remember the code.
Where's Earth?
You should know.
It's not our system.
It's because of you. You don't have no personality. When was they wonder what was going on there?
Suspicions arise. They have.
Like what?
Seems she has intercepted a transmission about